13 and a half.
No, see, nigga, but too much.
Take it back to them times when I spit that trippy shit that's going through my mind. Take it back to them times when I think about some real shit that's going through my mind.
Some of that crushed ice. Yeah, fancy.
My man is great.
I want that. That's nice.
I wanna spit this shit with everything in me, but the best shit get got me feeling empty. Balls coming together, dropping in that place like Tetris, fitting in perfectly. If your position is right, sometimes you gotta position it tight, just to make sure the position is right. It's lit, it's like I shine, my flow is sight. My own hands like show right. So try to push me, you won't prosper. Your top prospects, and I'm an old rookie, so best believe you won't cook me. So let's book it. I'm trying to be the top dog, like I'm Boogie. Thinking at the head of the block is shit. Nah, nigga ain't shit if you can't shoot the three. But what if the block is me? Nah, nigga said that 3 too complex for me. So the block it is. We get that money, get there.
Hi, Beans. Welcome, we back. It's the gang. We got ZaeGeek in here with us today.
Ow, ow.
Pow, pow. But this episode 51. We back in studio. We got the up and coming Philly rapper ZaeGeek with us in here today. But we usually start off how we always start off. How you feeling today? 1 through 10. We're gonna start with a special guest.
I'm feeling about an 8 right now because I'm coming off this cold.
8 good. 8 is good.
Yeah, hey, you set the standards high.
Yeah.
I'll follow that with a cool 7.5. I mean, I ain't got no cold, but my back is killing me. So bear with me.
Shit now.
Bear with me, folks.
Old as fucking me.
Go ahead, appreciate
I'm like in the middle.
So that'd be a 5. That's what you said.
Yeah, like it's not a really good day.
Give yourself a 6. Bro.
At least it's 6.
5,
Take it over.
All right. Only because they said 6.
You just put your lip gloss on, so you got 6.5 now.
No, I'm like a boy today. So we're going to do like 5.5, 6. Thank you for the natural.
Natural queen.
I'd rather have my weave right now, but
I'm gonna get a picture for y'all company, so you can see what she look
and I'm
like.
gonna pose for the picture too.
Okay, say no more.
And you better put it up
Facts.
now.
Facts.
WCW.
Wednesday shit.
I go to an 8 too. 8 is not bad. You know what I mean? I can't complain about nothing. My back ain't hurting enough.
Your foot good?
Yeah.
He rubbed his leg and shit.
That's a bad habit. That's how I know I'm getting old when I start to do this shit. I do a
It's
lot
about
of
the
rubbing.
ring. It's about the ring.
I do a lot of rubbing on my body, bro. That's like
Yo, that's some shit my grandma used to do,
Yeah,
bro.
that's some old
Ooh, my knee. We about to get some ring.
Right.
My aunt do that shit. She be saying that, yeah, baby.
Yo, the crazy part, he didn't even notice he was doing it. He was just in the motion.
Pop truck.
Don't put me in the grave
Pop a
yet.
truck.
Oh, you know how he messed up his ankle too?
Nah, yo.
We're gonna say that for later. You gonna laugh at this shit.
He always want to kill me, bro.
You know what I mean? Especially because people don't know. You know, we knew Zay from what? All the way back, right?
Yeah.
Mud Brothers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. Trust man, H. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know some real, like a lot of people that's doing a lot of things.
Exactly.
The funny thing about it, we didn't even realize it until we started like on this voyage with this podcast thing. Like, yo, we really like 9 out of our 10 guests have been people we actually know. Like,
yeah.
So it's definitely a dope experience to know that like you got so many people that's doing different things. Like, I don't know. I think the narrative, you focus so much on people like, man, they ain't doing shit. They ain't doing shit. You're like, how many people you know that's doing some dope shit? And like,
No, that's
Zay
for
is
real.
definitely one of them. But let's get right into it though. We want to get to know Zay. Like the whole point of you coming up here because we see your movement, we listen to your music, and it's just a dope experience. So we seen you've been on this voyage for a little while, right. Like how you transition from basketball to rap, and then to see where it's taking you, like your melodic sound, right. The different fans you reach. Like Zay got fans in Europe and shit like that. Like, so like. It's like what made you start rapping?
Basically what made me start rapping was that I just always liked music in general. You know what I mean? My uncle, they play a lot of instruments and stuff like that. So, you know, getting into rap was always different, especially like wanting to be like my brother, obviously. I guess that's the most simple answer. My brother Don P rap, so he rapped with Petey Crack and them, so it was just a no-brainer for me. I always liked doing it, but of course I always loved basketball first and foremost, so that was the first voyage, and you know what I mean, that not to say that it's all the way over, but you know, I still love rapping, still love making music and trying to help people.
Was you real good at baseball?
Yeah,
I was alright.
Zay was the shit.
Zay was the shit. Listen, Zay was the shit. I'm cute over 100.
I'm gonna say this. I was good enough at basketball that it gave me an education. So
Okay.
I can take that.
Listen, when we was out partying, Zay was shooting 100 jump shots to the back of the house.
Exactly.
Dedication, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Zay, come on, we gonna go out to the club. Nah, my dad ain't with that, man.
You know, it was cool,
Only
man.
boy in the hood that had a court, you know what I mean? Zay was getting them
He
jump
was
shots
the
up.
only boy in the hood with a court at the time, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was crazy.
Yeah, man. So that was the biggest thing for me, though.
Do you find like similar traits in the rush you get from being on the court and that adrenaline, and same thing when you go into recording or just the rap game in general?
Absolutely. I mean, with rap, I feel like you can practice a lot more at it. Because you can practice as much as basketball, but if that's not your end-all, be-all,
right.
You know what I mean? You know, that's your secondary.
Right.
With rap, I can do that shit while I'm on break. I can do that shit while I'm just sitting there and ain't nothing going on. I can write a verse. I can do whatever. So I always like practice, which was weird as shit to most people. But, like, I like getting better. I'm all about getting better. And, you know what I'm saying? I try to push that through my music and keep that message going.
That's love, man. I'll be honest. I wouldn't expect you to be a rapper. From growing up as a kid, I didn't think this was something that like a hobby you did. You know what I mean? But let me just ask you this: what rappers inspired you, like past or present?
First and foremost, Rakim. That
wow.
motherfucker was always the one dude that I always gravitated towards. Of course, Biggie and Pac.
Right.
And I say now it's definitely Kendrick.
Okay.
J. Cole, of course. And of some of the younger guys, I would say like J.I.D. I really like him too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
all people that's talking about something.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's an elite group of people that's like not really so much people that's like they got substance in their music.
Exactly.
Like
the people try to like compare you to that Lupe Fiasco sound or something like that.
It's all West Coast, bro. Everybody that listen to me, they
I'm
say I
so
sound
mad.
like
That was mine. Like,
I'm sorry.
I wanted to ask you, do you hear that a lot? Do you feel like a lot of people say you might be the next like Lupe, or you might even soar past him?
I never got Lupe though. I got Big Sean before I got Lupe when I first started rapping.
That's who I thought of when I first started
Really?
Checking you out, and I was like, yo, he remind me of Lupe. Like, cause he did the whole skateboard thing and just talking about like real life matters.
Right.
So when I heard like your album, I was like, oh, you remind me of Lupe.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely like to try to talk about something because my message is all positive.
Yeah.
Always trying to make people like be better in life in general and understand certain things that's going on that a lot of people probably don't think about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just try financial like freedom and shit like that. Like I want to push all that towards these younger kids because that's a generation that's going to be running the country at some point.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So if they not learning nothing and they ain't got no substance, then you know what I mean, they learning from us. So we got to teach them.
That is true. And then you see like especially in this state of hip hop like what we in now is like a lot of the music it comes out at such a fast rate. A lot of it is like this was popping today by Wednesday it ain't popping no more. Like so when you talk about like and that's what I hear when I hear a lot of your music. Your last project, what is it called?
The Bug.
The Bug, yeah. I thought it was an acronym. It's just The Bug.
Yeah, it is. It is an acronym. It's the bad, the ugly, and the good. It was really going to be the good, the bad, the ugly, like the Clint Eastwood movie.
Oh, all right.
But I was like, even though I ain't that big, they still might come to me.
Yeah.
So I was nah, let me change it.
Right. And then this world, like, you might not be that big now, but the day you are that big, they gonna come for that bag.
Exactly. They like, oh, he making money now. We gotta get this nigga.
Yeah.
All right, so I got two questions.
All right.
My first question is, how do you get in your zone to start recording and to start getting a song together?
Man,
Be honest,
some
too.
people,
Be honest, too.
some people need to smoke, some people need to,
Like
get one off, and then you in that mind zone,
might need a dick suck.
yeah, I don't know, I'm serious.
No, No.
Put one in the air.
But yeah, hell yeah, dog. It requires a lot of weed. And yo, honestly, watching fucking anime.
Yeah?
It's the weirdest thing ever. Like, I watch Naruto or some bullshit like that.
That's my shit too. I ain't gonna tell nobody. That's my shit.
And see, bro, when I was younger, I used to like worry about that shit. That's why I knew, like, after a while, I'm like, man, I'm just different than motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I like anime. If people think this shit funny, fucking well.
Hey, yo, I played Yu-Gi-Oh back in middle school and shit. Yeah.
I never played Yu-Gi-Oh. I had Pokemon cards.
I had Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
but
Pokemon.
Like, I established myself as a cool kid, but then I reached back to like, yo, this Yu-Gi-Oh shit here.
In the anime world, Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon is not anime.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
It was Dragon Ball Z. Everybody, it ain't Dragon Ball.
They ain't take that shit as anime neither. As soon as that shit got Americanized, they ain't.
Oh man, they just hate it now.
I don't want none of the real anime people be like, Zay, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You talking about you put Pokemon in there.
Heck, our podcast.
That's why I didn't fucking say that.
Podcast never come out with
the Shubbies talking about Dragon Ball Z as the anime.
I was just watching bro.
All right, my second question is, well, first I got a sub question. Are you single?
Nah.
Okay, so being in the studio, and I know that requires like tunnel vision, long hours probably in the studio, you know, just being real focused, do it dampen your personal relationships?
Sometimes. I mean, she mostly there with me, which makes it very easy.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, those times when she not with me, what you doing?
Yeah.
How long you gonna be? It's 9 o'clock. You said you gonna be home at 9 o'clock. And I'm like, yo, I'm still in this job, I'm doing this song, I'm having some trouble, I'm getting this shit together. All right, but you said you was gonna be home at 9. Motherfucking power coming. It's like, look, I'll be there in a minute, man. So, I mean, sometimes it do, but, I mean, she understands it a little bit, so it's not that bad.
How y'all find that balance? Like, do you cut some days short, or you just, this is what it is, and you gotta accept, you gotta bear with me?
I mean, some days I cut it short, and then some days it is like, yo, fuck that, I gotta get this song done.
Right.
Like, you just gotta do it. I'll be there when I be there.
I was watching, I was listening to an interview with Akon, and he said that Eminem, when he used to be in the studio with Eminem literally treats it like a job.
Yeah.
He really goes from 9 to 5, and that's it. At 5 o'clock, he's done for the day. Like, yeah. And that was a different approach than what you see. Like, a lot of people down, they treat the studio like a hangout spot, and they be in there. But sometimes that's needed when you're trying to make a vibe.
Yeah, you get
song.
the vibe. Yeah.
So, yeah. But can you speak to that too? Because I had a conversation with Trig, and me and him was talking. And we was just talking about being a creator in general, whether artists, podcasts, whatever you do.
Yeah.
Having people to be able to understand your dream and like to understand that, like, all right, well, if they believe in it or not, that it's still your dream. Like, how do you think you get support?
Like, support somebody doing this shit?
Yeah, but do you think people support you? Like, or like in my example, when I was talking to Trey, it was like, yo. Like, he was trying to tell somebody that he was doing something. They was like, yo, all right, what the fuck? Like, I mean, that dumbass podcast. I'm like, it's hard to get people to believe that you want to be a rapper. Like, they see it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Ace just said, yo, I never thought you would be a rapper. So imagine how anybody else view it.
I mean, even though, like I said, my brother was my inspiration, even trying to make him believe that shit was like, this nigga ain't trying. You know what I mean? And then he listened to me on that one track that me and him got together on my first year on To Be Relevant, and he was like, the fuck? Like, nigga, you can rap? I'm like, yeah, like, I could really fucking rap. And then, like, him, like, everybody always be like, oh, Zay, you rap? All right, yeah, man, I'll check you out. Knowing they ain't checking that shit out.
Right.
Motherfuckers never get back to me. Y'all just put this video up. Let me know what you think. Never get back to me. Dog, I ain't get to hear that, John. So, I mean, that shit's discouraging as fuck because at the end of the day, I'm coming to y'all niggas first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to nobody else first. When I do a song, yo, what you think of this, John?
Right.
If that shit ain't happening to my homies a lot of times, I ain't putting that shit out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't really get back to me, so sometimes I'm like, man, I'm putting that shit out just because I fuck with it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
And that's where the belief in yourself comes in.
Belief gotta really,
But do you think more strangers than family members or friends reach out? That is so crazy.
Funniest thing that ever happened to me, the best thing I would say, I'm on the fucking live joint, like playing Xbox and shit, fucking playing with somebody from Japan, and to hear him, I'm playing my shit in the background, and hear him be like, yo, I heard that before. I'm like, word? He's like, yeah, I don't know how to say his name, but I heard it before. I said, that's me. And he was like, oh shit, and I hear him talking Chinese in the background. I'm like, dog, that's crazy. You even think about that shit, but to even have somebody over there listen to me more than probably some niggas I know.
But that's how it is, yeah, man. You always get the love outside the
circle. Like, it's crazy.
Right. I said that too. I was looking at our podcast numbers, and it was like we had numbers in like Florida somewhere, and I'm like, our numbers was doing better in Florida than Baltimore, and I was like, I got family in Baltimore.
Yeah,
right.
So
I feel like it's so close to home. It's like they don't pay you no mind. Like, oh, they ain't going nowhere.
What's the name? Jay-Z had a famous quote about that. Like, people reflect their fears on you, so they think they thought they could never reach their dream. So like maybe somebody else had a similar dream to you, and they thought that they could achieve it. So they think that you ain't either. But to get back to the conversation, my next question was like, where do you see like the state of hip hop now? Because things changed. Like when we grew up, you was pushing mixtapes and you had to sell it hand by hand. Like now, it's the streaming game and the music doesn't last as long.
The streaming game ain't shit if you ain't paying for promotion or got a label behind you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I mean, you get 14 cents off of like 4,000 plays.
Wow. Remember you sent that YouTube thing to us?
Yeah. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. Like, you don't really make that much money off of streams if you just by yourself. Right. Unless you really getting something behind you to push that shit. Right. And it's all about money, man. Shit. If you could spend $150 on promotion or $1,000 on promotion, your shit gonna look great. Right. And everybody like what's hot. You just gotta figure out, like, just to get hot, and as soon as you get hot, everybody else is going to follow because a lot of motherfuckers just followers, dog. But that's just how it is.
What song would you say you had the most? I don't want to say the most fun on, but the one you enjoyed the most making out of the tracks you got on the Bug.
The Bug, Stereotype.
Okay.
Because it's just talking about some real shit. And I just like playing with my words, and I fuck with Lil Wayne a lot too. And he do that shit. He say the same shit over and over, but just because he's so intelligent, he's able to say it and structure it in a different way. Yeah. Right. So I did that on Stereotype to switch it up and everything. Like, you really just sit back and listen to it. So I had fun with that shit.
My favorite track is What They Want and Queen. Shout out to the single mother.
Shout out to the single mom.
I like hip hop actually. That was my shit.
Stereotype was good too.
I was zoning out the hip hop. Like that shit was on some like mellow shit. I was like, you know what? Like
the whole joint mellow.
Yeah, the whole joint.
It's like you have an L and sit back. Like
I love
your mood though. Like you consider yourself one of those like the Redmans. There's a couple other guys like the Wiz Khalifas like that.
That's a good one. Wiz Khalifa.
I guess you could say that just because I'm such an activist for weed. Yeah. Like, I definitely got stocks in weed and all that, and it's definitely going to reach some motherfucking numbers soon. So y'all better hop on that.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, because they about to legalize that.
Yeah, everywhere.
We're gonna talk about that off.
Yeah, please.
All right.
We trying to get on them stock numbers. All right?
But to speak on, you always reference basketball and stuff like that. Is that something that you're gonna continue to do? I know you play do you still continue trying to have a professional career?
At times I think about it, but the motherfucking amount of time to get back in shape. Gotta stop smoking and all that shit. Inspiration might go away, but then again, I don't know. I still love the game. I still love having fun with that shit.
You still got that court in your backyard, don't you?
Nah, I wish I did. Shit. If I did, I would never.
With your pop in that court, man, you can make it back, bro. You can make it back, real rap.
I mean, that's definitely something that I would definitely have to like get a trainer, get somebody to really be there with me, because it's hard to stay motivated to get back in shape now, to be honest. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? If somebody there with me, pushing me and helping me, then I think I could actually still do it.
I remember we used to play back in the day. I was like, Zay was all right, and I felt like we was all like a certain level, and then Zay just went like here real fast. Like, what the fuck happened? Like,
right.
Then I just had to try to talk shit to talk about his game. That's all I was like, all right, I can't beat him.
Hey, I'm glad you did that shit, man. That shit helped me out.
That shit, you know what blew my mind? When I knew Zay was on another level when that nigga started dunking and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I did a whole summer party and this nigga dunking.
I'm telling you, 5 a.m. running, bro, doing just squats and push-ups and sit-ups and all that shit while y'all niggas were partying. But then I was mad when I couldn't party.
Sound like a diss track.
Nah.
No, man. Real rap. I could really say this, man. Your family definitely changed my life as far as how to, raise a family and be a man. Because, not saying I didn't have my father in my life, though, but, when your pop came along, he definitely, put some structure between all the young kids around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So it just made us more like a brotherhood, than anything, because it was like, yo, what we doing on a regular Saturday morning? Right. We got practice. We gotta, we gotta go
Pizza
to this.
And and shit
taking
like
us out and shit like that. We got a tournament here and there. You know what I mean?
Playground with that shit.
And then I like me is getting older. I don't think Priest don't know, but his dad coached our basketball team and like a lot of the neighborhood kids just in general.
Cool.
Yeah, me getting older, I always like going back to it and like have a greater respect for it because it's like, you know what, like for him to have that time to take take us when we went camping or practice every Saturday, leagues and all that. And it's like none of us. He got one kid. That's it. And he's 24 of us and shit. He running a 13 and under league and then a 16 and under 8 years. So it was like all us going and we hopping in a van going to practice places and shit like that.
Listen, cool. He had one van, right? You know them vans that everybody talk about now. It was a work van, but you know them kidnap vans.
No windows in the back.
That used to be like 25 kids in there.
We all hopping out and going to practice and shit like that.
All hopping out, going from one game to another game. Yo, that shit was...
Even when you talk about us going to certain places like my first experience being in Albany, I was like, yo, I've been here before when I played basketball, but when I was older, I was like, I never knew this was this. I just know playing basketball at this court. No, Zeiler. When I went to Zeiler, we played at the courts on Zeiler, front and out.
Okay. I'm like Zeiler.
And it's funny because back in the day, it was the work van, so ain't no windows except for the front. So you ain't know where the fuck you driving somewhere. All you know,
that door crack. You like,
you come out a whole different world. Where we at? We only went 2 blocks away and shit like that. But yeah, man. Listen, man, your pop definitely. I commend him, for raising you, raising us. Yeah. And definitely gave us a different light on the world, man.
Shout out to Don. Yeah, man. But, I see like you your work in general, like every single to come out, even your latest single working, like is always a visual to go with it. Like, can you talk to your creativeness behind that, or is it all you, or is it a team, or?
It's definitely me, and I would say my man Ill Cuts. He definitely was somebody that been working with me in general for the last I'll say probably 8 years.
Okay. That's loyalty right there, man.
Giving me beats, like, you know what I'm saying, doing the visuals for me. So it's always like a collab when it comes to the visual. My homie that actually helped me is his name Wingo Flames. He another Philly rapper as well. He been in the game for a while.
Okay.
He wrote the formula for working. It didn't come out exactly the way we wanted to because we didn't have enough people and stuff like that the way we wanted it to. But, he wrote the formula and then we just piggybacked off of that and worked around it.
They out here, he was balling in the video and everything.
We actually seen Mike Scott that day too. That
he was down there.
I'm tired, dog. Pull off in his fucking Wraith. Shout out Mike Scott, man.
Ain't no shout out Mike Scott.
Mike got to be better this year. Mike's fucking up this year.
I'm a Celtics fan, by the way. I'm gonna say that shit on air because I want people to know.
Oh man,
Zay, what is happening? Hold up, God.
You always been a Celtics fan?
I've always been a Celtics fan, but I always love AI. My favorite player.
All right. Zay, you had the headband, you had the braids, you had the jersey.
I had no hang time.
Don't matter, but when did you become a Celtics fan? Because we probably would have been friends with you after that. We were like, you know what, Don, we can't ride this truck with you, man.
I've been a Celtics fan since I was young. I did that shit to just be funny at first. Like, oh, y'all like the Sixers? I like the Celtics.
I can see your dad there. Shoot again.
Right. But, no, he used to, have, videos and shit of, the Celtics, Sixers game and shit. So I used to always watch that shit. And, you remember NBA Classics?
Yeah.
I always like Larry Bird, man. He was a cold white boy, man. Cold
getting that shit
white
done.
boy on the court. And I was just I love that winning mentality, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm gonna find out. Zay a damn Celtic.
Man, I can't help it, man.
Well, if everything goes to your liking, and this year just begun, what do you see yourself closing this year off as far as your rap career?
I definitely just want to kind of just be out there a little bit more and try to just help people a little bit more. Even if it's just giving out platters, doing something like that for the homeless, picking up some trash on the street. To just be known more so for that, you know what I'm saying? Also helping people, you know what I'm saying, in general. And I think that will help my rap career because people will listen to the music just because, you know, I'm doing something for them. But at the same time, that's what my music is there to do, to help them in general, to get them through a day, to get them through a situation, whatever it is.
Yeah, that is true. I was listening and like every time I listen, because I always tune in, but when I do tune in, or it might come up in like my shuffle and stuff like that in my own music, and it's like, when I hear, I'll be like, yo, man, he always talking some real shit. Like, it's that music you listen to in your lunch break.
That's that real positive
on that, though, I do got an album that I'm definitely going to be releasing. It's called Night Rider.
Okay.
So it's like going to be a little different. It's going to have kind of like the Night Rider theme in general. Okay. But, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little bit different. Like, I'm trying to do a couple of different things on there, but still speaking some real shit as always.
Okay. So how you feel about like that, like experimental stuff? Like, do you find it's better? Like you said, this time you're doing something different. Like, how do you feel? Like, do you think that's a chance you lose your core fans, or like the people that's just maybe? What if I just tuned in for Bug and like, all right, now he's doing something different? Like, no, I don't like the new stuff.
Like how 50 did. I mean, switched up out of nowhere. And shit.
I know this shit funny, but I always listen to like the one thing that T-Pain said in the interview. You gonna do shit that some people like. Your core may not fuck with it. It is what it is. He's like, but you do some shit, they don't like it. Shit, I'm gonna do something else anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you a core fan, that means you a true fan. I'm a true fan of most people. I mean, I'm a true fan of Wiz. Right. I don't like a lot. I don't like some of his new shit, but I still tune in. I'm still gonna listen because I want that old Wiz that I fuck with.
Right.
But then again, I mean, as an artist, you always have to keep growing in general and trying different things. And, you know, just hitting different audiences in general.
And even when you do that, though, you switched up, you might try something differently. You might gain more, you know, fans or whatnot on a different side. So now, not only do you got your core fans, you got a whole different group. I mean, that's going to be a good thing.
And that's the best thing about collabing with people that's international. You know what I'm saying? Collabing with somebody that's from Brazil, a DJ that's from Brazil. I'm actually about to do another track for him. Did a track for one of his artists and remixed it. So, I mean, that joint hit like 55,000 listens and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? That's
hip hop is definitely global.
Shit. Hell yeah, man. Like, it's crazy. And the UK, man, they love like actual boom bap, hip hop too. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Just gonna keep rocking.
They gonna be out Brazil next time.
I'm going to the Philippines in February, so I'm gonna definitely do some radio shows out there.
Oh shit! Watch what you eat out there,
man.
They gonna have his water. You gonna beef jerky
and fruit snack.
They eat a lot of pork.
Yeah, they definitely do.
I don't want to mess up the promo, so let me shut up.
But Zay said he was going to stick around with us. You know what I mean? We're going to get into the regular episode with one of the Mud Brothers, right? Mud Brothers featuring Priest.
Mud Brothers.
You the guest.
I'm the fucking guest.
But the big things that happened this week was Australia had a fire that's been burning for a little while, right? Like wildfire.
Yeah, it's a wildfire.
Pretty much.
And Puerto Rico had an earthquake, and that, from my hearing, they still recovering from the hurricanes they suffered last year.
They can't, they can't catch a break.
They just need to come over here, man. Just come over here, man.
Yeah, and then Trump was only throwing toilet paper and shit.
I don't even want to get started on that.
Did you see they asked somebody that was a Trump supporter and asked him, well, name all the good stuff you think? Like they,
you sound like me when I come in the house late.
I heard they had some people from the U.S. going over there in Australia too, like to help support.
Yeah, I saw there was a video. Firefighters from the U.S. was going over there to help out. Yeah,
I wonder is that like extra pay or something? Like, is that like
they probably just doing that as the kindness? Come on now.
Kindness of their heart, brother.
Yeah, like
that's a tough job to do out of the kindness of your heart. If you know though, a lot of people, if you go to a lot of small counties, a lot of counties have volunteer firefighters.
Yeah, that's different though. That's your neighborhood.
Volunteer.
You talking about going to a whole other continent and doing some shit. Fuck around, a kangaroo might kick you in the back of your head.
Had to punch on the roof.
I seen a deep picture actually. It had a cartoon and it was a kangaroo carrying their baby around in the pouch with a koala bear baby in it. And
Photoshop, man.
No, it was cute. No, it was a cartoon.
The kangaroo died.
And then the kangaroo, the kid, I forgot what you call Joey's, the babies.
I don't know.
The baby's like, well, what's this kid doing in here? He was like, well, just hang tight. His mom didn't make it, and you seen the big fire behind him. It was real deep. I was like, oh shit, like you never thought about the animals.
Nobody
like you just think about the people and shit like that. Like same even though both is like bad, but it was just like wow, like I didn't even think about all
same
that.
thing when they had those oil spills back in Mexico. Yeah, a lot of animals died from them.
That was like it's just real
R.I.P.
sad.
to them seals and shit.
you got, but. You ever think about the commercials where they take a duck out the oil and shit and clean them with Dawn? Truck rolls of Dawn.
You said that's fake?
They definitely did advertise they shit there. They had the ducks and all that.
They do. They do clean oil.
That Dawn don't even get the grease out my pan.
Yes, but why you got it?
That shit was free. That's why I kept pointing over there. That shit was free. You would never bust a pan, girl. You be like, this shit's still greasy.
You gotta watch that shit like 3 times.
Let it sit.
You supposed to let it sit.
But did you see the one model? I'm not sure of her name, but her Twitter handle was like the nudist or something like that. Okay. She was offering people, if you made $10 to a list of donations, she had companies, foundations that's doing relief over there in Australia, that she would send you a nude if you sent $10 to one of those donations. And I thought that was a real proactive way to...
First of all...
But I seen Shorty. I'm like, but who might? Like, wait... Like,
my thing is, why is nudes? I just don't get it.
Nude transaction.
Do she got like an OnlyFans page or something?
Well, yeah, but you.
And then she take the profit from there and then send it over there.
It's something.
I don't think she's sending too much money, bro.
Yeah, it could be a scam, but then again, it's not a scam.
I don't think
she's offering.
Yeah,
she giving something.
No, but I went on. I had her Twitter page, and she was legit.
Twitter.
I had to see it was real. Nigga, I do my research. That's what you said. I do my research. But somebody did actually try to take her picture and redo it and tell them to send it somewhere else.
Oh,
yeah. You all got
typical.
Dang, like
typical scammers. But do you want to like? Is that nasty? Like. Is that's not tasty?
I mean, if that's how she making her bread and she actually going to send it, then I don't see no problem with it. I don't see no problem. I just don't know who paying.
That's nothing.
I just don't know.
Sun, man.
I could just send the $10 to them. like I don't want to see you, sis.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, even a guy, she don't look. It don't look nice.
I don't know. Like, I'm not saying you. I'm not. That's not my cup of tea. But
how much you give her?
Her?
Wow,
I'm not paying her nothing.
She trying to get you,
but she has like she has like that's
that's a new thing though.
Yeah, but everything is somebody type cup of tea. That don't mean she ugly just because she's not your cup of tea though.
Right.
All right.
I put the picture out on the page.
We gonna put it up on the
and put a poll.
I was following some chick and she had like guys buying her Victoria's Secret panties and shit after she wear them like. So you just never know.
They was buying the panties after they.
She would wear them.
Discharge in them.
She would wear them. I forgot her name. She would wear them, and then she would like get confirmation like, "Yo, this is me in them."
Yeah.
And then the bull would buy them, and she'd mail it off to the bull.
No, but you got some. Now come on. You got some nasty people that like.
Somebody probably like, I'm going to the gym today. Who want these? Or I'm going up. These going to go for a little more. These the gym panties. They really sweaty.
You got weird people out here like that, man.
I ain't shaving a week. Who want it?
Got the bush hairs in it.
But yo, the internet, man, there's a lot of weird, kinky people.
Well, you got some guys that you take your panties on, you put it on their head while they hit.
If it wasn't for the internet, I would never know, bro. Like it's something out there for everything. It's something out there for everything.
Like when you go, if you go on Pornhub, and you look for the weirdest thing you find.
Like yo,
man, I saw the chick farting in niggas' faces. Like that's it. Like all she do is grabbing their mitt. All she do is grabbing their mitt. I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding me.
Yo, I mean, all right. Let's go over there and tell you what we're gonna talk about. Zay,
talk about it.
What's the weirdest shit you seen on the porno?
Man, I remember one time, man, I don't be beating my dick like that. So
we all grown men.
I went on that John. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for something. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like Dave Chappelle. It's hard to pick porn now. All this shit is rough.
Right.
It's like,
There's too many categories.
Yeah,
like,
man.
the one category came up first, and it was like pissing. I was like, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is you all pissing on people? Why is this a porn category? Who's getting off on this shit?
So people like
Well, apparently,
weird
your man's R. Kelly.
shit.
All
Alright.
That's his man.
That's
That's
my
H
home.
man.
Yeah, you have to go ahead. Please switch to
Mine is
The weirdest thing you ever.
well, it's not really the weirdest. Well, I got two things. One, it was like extreme ejaculation. Like it was like a Chinese. It would look like somebody poured milk on her. Like that's like the guy just kept going. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like it's making me sick. Like and then the other one,
What the fuck?
I don't know the terms. Like PAWG, I just learned that from y'all last episode. I didn't know what TS meant, and I'm
what?
I didn't know what TS meant.
Oh,
Like,
no.
it
Stay
was
away from
lowercase.
that.
It was
Stay away.
lowercase, and I'm like, this nigga.
Stay
You
away.
can see.
I don't know.
Wait.
Next.
Wait, stop.
Say mine.
Stop. No, wait. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Be quiet. All right. So listen, right. So I'm like, all you see is like the guy hitting the girl from the back or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is about to be crazy. Like, and you know wherever the picture, that would mean they start off there.
Yeah.
So they started up. And I said, well, what? Oh, I know what TS means now because the guy giving the girl head, transsexual.
Oh,
So I was like, oh man, I'm on
I don't like when you. I'll get mad like if you hit like categories and you start going down and they're like, come on, nobody want to see that. So they just have a regular sign against. Let's get one boy laying on the board titty.
No, listen. And this what made me mad.
I'm done for
because
the night.
I put doggy style at like ebony doggy style. It should be something else like that I put that be like, all right, she don't want to see this or this person don't want to see that. It should be another category.
It should be two sides.
You gonna put that little ass TS? I was pissed because the joint was crazy. I was like, yo, this joint might be crazy. I'm getting ready and I see that shit. I'm like, what?
The weirdest shit I've seen was a nigga laying down, right? And it was on some like weird shit. I forgot how I clicked on it, but I just seen Shorty in some heels and she was just kicking my nigga his nuts. Hey yo, it was like an ejaculation joint. It was like she was stuck. Yo, she had heels on, bro. She was stumping on my nigga shit. Yo,
I forgot that's that actual thing.
yeah, that's the thing.
Like,
and I was like, what nigga?
Was he bleeding?
I ain't watching that long.
Like,
That's one of those nights you just go lay down like, no, cool.
You know,
I'm gonna skip the
that's
night.
what I did with the TS thing. I was like, man, I'm pissed.
I'm
Like,
through with this shit.
I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah,
I
stop
bet y'all know what
watching
TS
porn
mean now. I bet y'all know what TS mean now. I was like, I almost picked on one earlier. I was like, oh, TS, never mind. Come on, get the fuck. Nah, real shit.
Tranny Street.
I was like, TS, or that. Because they said Madison TS. So I'm thinking that's a shorty
You got
name.
nothing against the TS's.
Yeah.
No, we ain't got nothing. I don't want to see
But I'm
it,
gonna tell you
though.
one of the funniest things. We was in the club, right? And we seen one of the TS's, right? So
Yeah.
they was dancing with this one boy in the club, and me and my homies, we knew who it was. We knew it. Like, yo, that's a tranny.
Yeah.
So the boy, he with his little click, he getting a wally and all that.
Oh.
The tranny was doing him dirty. You know what I mean? Touching the hands on the ground and everything. And we like, I forgot which one of us told him, but we was like, yo, my man, that's a nigga you dancing with. Yo, boy ready to fuck. Yo, he ready to fight the whole night.
He turned gray. Boy, skin turned gray.
He was like, no, for real? He's like, yeah, bro, that's a man, bro.
No, for real.
We ready to fight him in the club and shit. Yo,
He said the boy turned gray.
yo, you would have thought he saw the ghost. You would have thought he saw the ghost. He was like, for real?
Stone man.
You know, you in the club, you drinking this shit, you like, yo, my man, yo, that's a nigga you dance with. For real, bro? On my mama.
I wouldn't believe it though either. If somebody told me some shit like that, man, you lying.
You get her, and put her against the wall.
Check the Adams app. Check the
Neck.
Yo, real rap. But yo, that was probably one of the funniest things ever. Cause main man, they was about to run away to the club.
Talking about, did you guys see
No, what's yours?
Right,
I said mine first.
Oh, you did?
The chick farting all of this.
Oh yeah. I'm about to say no. Fuck
He
that.
didn't even get off. He was just getting farts in his face. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, yo, but the transition we talking about men. Did y'all see Loonie Love comment she made on the reel this week? I got a clip. Let me see.
All right.
Black men, they really don't know how to have true, faithful relationships.
I disagree.
They think because they have money, because they have power, that they can treat women any kind of way. We are still dealing with the point of slavery, and we are descendants of slavery, and because our families were broken up, we still do not have an idea of how to have together the families, because our families were community, but I do.
What the fuck is you talking about?
First of all, I mean, no matter black, white, whatever, niggas cheat.
Right. I think that's what's off in it.
I'm gonna say people cheat.
Right,
Because
right.
chicks cheat,
Chicks
but they
cheat
just
too.
better at it.
Yeah,
Let's be
of
honest
course.
about it. It's just a fact.
But one thing I didn't like that is like this steady narrative that like the black man is the worst man in the world. When that's something like you said, everybody do it. Like we all do it. I mean, not we all do, but people in general do it. A lot of people cheat. You can't just say that it's based off of because slavery times. That's why we don't know how to appreciate a woman. No, I think it comes. And if you heard Charlemagne comments, it was sort of on the lines of that if a man cheats because of his own insecurities.
Right.
So he was basically saying that like if a chick, if you insecure about how you feel about yourself, another woman secures that, making you feel more powerful, or the fact that you just you can't stop hurting your woman. Like he said, he got to the point where he was so in love.
I got the voiceover from
I don't
Charlemagne.
speak for the black community, but I do think that a lot of black men, they really don't know how to have true,
I think it was gonna
faithful
start right away.
relationships.
I disagree.
They think because they have money, because they have power, that they can treat women any kind of way. We are still dealing with the point of slavery, and we are descendants of slavery. And
Why
because
bring up
our
the
families
slavery
were
part?
broken up, we still do not have an idea of how to have together.
Dicky and ass audience is clapping.
I disagree. First of all, I disagree with Joe Budden's comments. Doesn't matter if you're broke or rich, successful or unsuccessful. If a man wants to cheat, he's going to cheat. Doesn't matter if his boys are around or not, like Kevin Hart said. Doesn't matter if he works hard, like Joe said. Men cheat because they want to. Men cheat to feed their egos. We sleep with different women because it makes us feel better about ourselves. You know why I stopped cheating? Because it wasn't making me feel good. You know why it wasn't making me feel good? Because you get tired of lying and hurting the one you love. But you know how? Exactly. But you know how I came to that conclusion? Because I started working on myself and healing my trauma. So when you start doing that,
Okay,
it's not as easy to hurt the one you love. And being a faithful husband is not hitting my ego, it's hitting my soul. And that makes me feel better than any ego boost or other piece of poom poom could ever. Okay?
He better not get caught cheating. That's all I'm saying.
All that, you better not. You just better not.
But I mean, what he said was
I didn't know Kevin Hart said that. He said he cheated because his boys wasn't around.
No.
The
See,
fuck?
I think that he didn't say that. If you watched the documentary, he said that he had a point of vulnerability that something like that happened. If he'd had his homies around his team, he'd have made a better decision. Yeah, and that's understandable. You could be drunk, you in a club, you got a lot of women seducing you. You got women
But do you
seducing
think
you,
your
grabbing
friends
on
will
you.
honestly be like, yo, chill? Like,
No, they would. They would.
All right.
Real nigga, if you got real motherfuckers,
If you got real friends around you, they'll be like,
but they just gonna help you cover it up.
No,
Just sound real quick.
Bro,
Just sound
like,
real
come
quick.
on, you're
Just
not
sound
gonna
real
tell me
quick
that
for you.
shit.
Chicks got cock blockers, right? As niggas, we don't really have somebody that's going to tell you not to, but if you around people that's about the same shit that you about, they going to be like, hey, you gotta chill the fuck out.
You know how many times you
know
might
what
tell
I'm
your
saying?
homie, man, take your ass home. Like,
Oh, all right.
like that's what we spoke about that before, and I say like in a women's situation when a woman going through things like that, and they women, I feel like they friends promote them to do like, girl, go out there,
not
be that,
all of them.
be that,
Not
like
all of them,
yes,
right.
do
Not
that,
all of
not
them.
all of them, but a lot of times with guys it's really the polar opposite. Like when your guy friend hurt or something like that, like if it ain't no. We broke up shit. If it's on some, yo, she getting on my nerves type of shit.
Right.
Guys encourage they, man, take your ass home. You're not going nowhere. You're not doing nothing. Like that type time.
Exactly.
So that's what I think we do. Like, so
you're just going through the motions right now.
Yeah.
That should be over with in a second. So, at the same time, you just got to deal with the punches.
But what he was referring to, what Joe Budden said, and you didn't get that. I saw that episode. It was like saying that do you think that men cheat because they're successful? Like because you have an X amount of dollars is able. You can cheat,
no.
It's harder not to cheat because I'm rich.
I think when you get into a couple dollars and when you getting exposure and stuff like that, you have more options. Now, if that's what Joe Budden was saying, then okay, I understand that. That don't give you an excuse to cheat, but I can see how it can become harder. You on the block. You're not getting no bread. Ain't no bitches paying you no mind. Right. But if you get into some money, it's hard. It's hard to be like, let me chill. You see some of the baddest bitches. If you don't have no real,
supporting cash,
even just strength within yourself to be like, no, I'ma chill. It's gonna be hard for you.
When I watched it, because all this is referring back to the Kevin Hart documentary and him being caught, which it was a real good documentary. And I hate that people just highlight the fact that he got caught cheating. Mm-hmm. But what Joe Budden also said was that a lot of that part he works a lot, always on the go. He might be out of his home more than he in his home.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, when do you have time for that moment where you sexually, if he not home, like how me and my wife having sex if she home and I'm home 20 minutes a day, and that 20 minutes or that hour a day I do have home, I split it between you and my kids. Yeah. So it's like, where you find time? That's not an excuse at all, because you're supposed to make excuse, but
it just becomes harder. Right. So it's kind of like, but then even just knowing that as your woman, what do I do? Do I come with you? Do I drag the kids with us? Yeah. Do I sit back and just do I sit back and just be like and be understanding, especially if I'm your wife? Do I be that understand? Like, it's hard for him.
You support,
or do I leave?
You support the dream,
because
that's not supporting the dream.
They showed spots where he was like, him and his wife was home together, but it was like it was with the kids and he had to be present, and then it was like they joked about having sex, but they never had sex.
That's the word I was looking for. Willpower.
And then it was like, she said he didn't even take a bath one day. Like, she had to tell him to go get in the shower. Right. Like, so evidently he's working. But then when you finally do kick back, and it was his birthday, he was out Vegas. Mm-hmm. Like, you let your hair down, and you look like, damn, I didn't have sex in fucking a month. And it's like, my wife a mile away, and there's a bunch of women jumping the fuck all over me. Like, I'm not giving you. Yeah.
I didn't think my homie was sex,
Yeah. And then his homie sold him out too.
What you mean his homie sold him out?
You gotta watch the documentary.
If you not to give away the documentary, but the person who had the footage and embezzled them, was trying to extort him, was somebody that was on his team.
The one of the ones he brought the cars for?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, nigga, I want my car back. I want my shit back.
It's going back to what Loonie Love, whatever her name.
And another thing about
Loonie Love.
Loonie Love. Does thou tempt me?
And somebody said
another thing too. She married a white man, so she really sticking to it.
That's like when T-Pain was talking all that shit. He married to a white woman.
Yeah. He is.
Yeah. But some people stick to hurt. Like, I think people shouldn't do that either.
She just been hurt before.
If you've been hurt by a black man, that's not your place to say that every black man is that way.
I understand, because I've been hurt millions of times by black men, and I still want to marry me and be with a black man.
Preach.
I feel like it's a lot of them that just been that need love.
And what was missing in the clip, the clip that went viral, what is missing, that one of the her co-hosts, I think is the one that used to be
Spanish
3LW,
Spice Girl.
Yeah.
What? No, 3LW.
She was
3LW first, then it turned to Cheetah Girl.
Adrian Valier. She got married though. She mentioned, she said, Lonnie, that happens in all race. That's not just a thing, and she said no, because it comes from slavery. Yeah, she hurt. That's it. That's all that. It comes from slavery.
Yeah, like super hurt. I believe that black people do have embedded things from us from slavery, but I don't think cheating is one of them. Cheating is some shit that just, like you said, like Charlamagne made a point though. When you get to a certain age, you start to weigh out the risk, the reward of things. Like, if you got something invested in somebody and you got kids and stuff like that, and you marry and stuff like that, why are you risking all that?
Even businesses do that.
Even business stuff like that. Stuff that had you combined. Some people look at it like, why are you risking it? And another people might look at it like, well, I know this is going to tie me with a person for forever, so I'm never, whatever I do. You know what I mean? Do you get that?
Like, I feel like whatever moves you make is a reflection. And, like, if you make a bad move, how you think that's going to mess us up? Like, you know? And I don't think a lot of guys think that far. It's just, like, in the moment type of thing. Like, when women cheat or go outside our relationship, it's more than just, like, all right, I want to pop him because, he look a certain way. But, you know, with women, it's more like emotional and everything like that. So
you gotta really like that nigga.
You gotta like really be in it. Like
that's why they say when guys cheat is different. Right. Guys just like.
But that's still nothing to be like. All right, like
we think with a little head.
Today, that's becoming what it is. Oh, bitch, you just got dick. Oh well, he loved me. Like that shouldn't be that. He still went outside your relationship. Whether he just gave a bitch dick, whatever. Like, he just gave you head. Da, 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 da. Why is that a thing now? So you're being okay with him cheating, and just because this girl got one thing, just because y'all say, it's when it's cheating with guys and ain't that much emotional with it. No, you still went outside the relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
You actually like that person.
Yeah, but with us, it's emotional. Like we are. You
gotta understand with the woman. If you are his woman, like what could you offer? If you are his woman, like, and the chick that's on the side, she got. I call him whenever I want. And he show up. You gotta say something like you can't just let her run with the narrative that he your man, but I got him on a leash. So you gotta say something back, like you got him on a leash, but he mine. I own him. So
like,
I think they get lost in a battle with like that.
They give me all too much leverage.
Did y'all see?
And that's why Philly and all this cheating going around in Philly. That's why Philly the number 3 on the STD list.
Yeah, talk about it.
Speak on it, Queen.
I'm glad I ain't in the streets no more.
The list came out, right? It was a list came out.
What's number 1 though? What? New York?
No, it was Delaware for a while.
Yeah. Delaware. Wow.
This new research was found. Jackson, Mississippi was 1.
Okay.
For real?
Yeah. Baltimore, Maryland was 2.
Damn.
Be more niggas. Y'all out here wildin'.
Wow. Don't be more niggas wild in every category.
Yes, bro.
They gotta be in the top 5 of everything. Shout out to Baltimore.
I'm mad with 3 though. Like, dang.
I can see though. I can understand.
You understand that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like.
It might just be we actually getting tested more, so that's what it is.
Yeah, that could be.
That's a good one.
Miami at one point was high as shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
but if people don't go to the doctors, how the fuck you know you got it?
You know what these motherfuckers?
I think Miami number 1. I don't give a fuck. I think Miami number 1.
Motherfuckers do now. They let that girl go to the fucking clinic or whatever, get tested.
Yeah, and be like, all right, I'm cool.
Yeah, if she cool, I'm cool. Like, nigga, you just had sex with such and such.
Right,
you're dirty.
Right. Do you think it reflects, because you know Philly has a big gay population too? You think that had anything to do with it?
I don't think so.
A lot of undercover brothers out here might be.
That's true. That could be.
That's a good one to think about. That is.
But when they said, they didn't say not to depict. It's not just AIDS thing. It's STDs.
Yeah, I was about to say that, like
chlamydia, gonorrhea, anything else. People still get crabs. I don't know the last time you heard somebody say they got crabs. That's like the chicken pox. Niggas just don't get it no more.
Yeah.
Mama got a crab. Crabs are bed bugs.
Yeah, shit. They probably, there you go.
What is it?
When the last time you heard somebody say, yo, chick gave me crabs and shit like that? Like,
man, that's crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah, niggas fucking with a cougar.
To get crabs.
I don't know, but I can see that because niggas is doing anything. That crab shit where they stink when niggas start eating ass, bro. I don't know, man. Listen, man.
Or chicks just you know they shave now.
Man, that's the thing. Yeah, that is the thing. That they keep it bald and stuff, so the crabs can't live nowhere.
They ain't got no spot to live.
You know the mucus commercial, the Mucinex commercial. They packing this shit, boy.
I'm gonna be honest though, not saying most of weird shit, but I've never seen those shit. Like
I've never seen crabs in my life.
So how would you like? Could you see him? Like
I think niggas just was itching. Like you ain't never seen it. It was like, man, that bitch must have gave me crabs.
I hear about it, but like they gotta Google that shit.
Is they red? Is they? Like,
I heard they was blue. I heard they was small.
Come on, dog. But a lot of. But now I know for just having like girlfriends in the past and shit. A lot of bitches don't check. They just get popped. Like, they don't check, they don't rub the dick to see if it's lumps, feel like there's lumps on
So
there.
that's what you do, though? That's the thing? Like, if you...
The last person I talked to that had a one-nighter, she said she rubbed the dick, make sure it wasn't no bumps in there. I was like, but you ain't turn the light on? She was like, no, he wasn't in, like, a light place.
Well, how the fuck you supposed to know? Like,
and she's like, I went to the
That's
doctor,
the
I ain't got
purpose.
nothing. Wait a minute.
knew.
And this was a bit ago. So I'm like, what the bitches do now? Like, I never had a one night stand.
I never heard chicks do that throughout the
but it's just like what you do for the girls. Like when you hitting a girl, like, and it's
Wear
a one night
condom?
stand. Now we all know that's why we number 3. We all know a lot of them ain't wearing no fucking condom.
You wear a condom. You do the finger check first. You smell. Oh, whoa, something ain't right.
Okay, finger check.
Put it in her face.
That's a real
Okay,
shit.
finger check.
That's a real shit. Like girls
Alright,
think that guys like be trying to finger them just to finger them. No, that's that smell check. I put that thing in here, then I'm putting it in your face. If you don't like it, I don't want nothing to do with it.
I don't want that to
If you don't like it, it's something wrong with it.
Fuck, I'm going down there for.
Yo,
I might smell it. Damn, you wet as shit. Nah, I'm cool.
Damn, is that my phone ringing?
Yo, real rap. But yeah, I can see how Philly is number 3 though. I mean, just tighten up. You know what I mean? Go get checked, tighten up. It was in the metro, so now you know what I mean?
Everybody ready. It's
Right,
in the metro.
y'all like free shit, man.
But do you think like you supposed to have a condom when you do one night stand sex? That's a deal breaker?
Yeah.
Well,
You need
Yo.
yes, but like, see, I don't know nothing about no one night stand. I can't seem to
But
do
I think
it.
the narrative of one night stand changed though. Like one night stand used to be, oh, I met you in the bathroom, we fucked in the bathroom. That's not always. You could be out with a person, you stopped at the store, we went here, and then we had sex that one night. You
That's
might
a
just
one
met
night.
me. Yeah, but I think people used to think that it's just like, oh, we met right here and had sex in the car. Like, it's not
never
always
talk
that
to
case.
each other again.
Yeah,
It's still, it means that night. Like,
Right,
I
yeah.
see you at a club, I invited
Right.
you back. It's that night. That's
But
what
people-
a one night stand is.
People think you don't have time to get a
I
condom.
did a
You have
1
time.
week. I
You
did a
have-
1 week stand.
They ain't a 1 week. That's the, I ain't call you back. That's not a 1 week.
That's a 1 week stand.
You can
I
get
do
the-
it for a week and I
You can
pop
get
up
the
at the
pussy
end
in
of
a
the
week.
week.
You can get a pussy in a week though.
That's 1 week stand. That's not a one night stand.
You can get the pussy in a week though. You meet a chick in the club that Sunday. You can fuck by next Sunday.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's the closest I had to a one night
That's
stand.
a standard. That's standard.
I did
That's
a
not
1 week stand. Like,
7-day stand, huh? I heard some shorty was like, matter of fact, I don't want to say I heard. I was talking to some girl one night.
That's all niggas don't tell you. They want to know. I heard.
No. Real shit. I was talking to some girl and whatnot, and this off topic and shit, but it fucking blew my mind. She was like, yeah, I was talking about, as you get older, you got your significant other. That condom sex shit go out the window.
Yeah.
So she was
or
telling-
even just not even your significant other,
Yeah.
somebody you've been with
right,
like
for a while. That shit go out the window. So she was like, she asked me like, yo, you use condoms? Like, nah, I been stop using that shit. I want to feel everything. She's like, I was like, you do? She's like, yeah. I was like, but what if he said he don't feel it? She's like, well, I just put lube in the condom. I'm like, what?
In the condom.
Wait.
She put lube in the condom. I was like,
Wait, what?
lube.
I didn't get what you're saying,
I'm
but
trying
like,
to think of the science behind this shit.
I guess
That's the best way to
No.
lose the condom
No,
though.
right, that's what I was saying.
That's
That's what I was thinking.
Slide off?
But I guess it's like that. Before the condom, the his and her pleasure type
Oh,
shit.
right.
Like cause we all know. I mean, I used the condom before. That shit once it get dry and all that.
it smell like AutoZone.
Yeah,
She just
exactly.
admitted to you that her pussy was dry.
You ever go soft in a condom? That shit.
Right.
Don't take it off.
What?
But
You ever
What?
go soft while you got the condom on?
yeah.
Don't take it off. Just let your shit grow back on it. Cause you take it off, that shit over.
ain't no coming.
That's the only one.
Ain't no coming back.
Leave that shit on.
You fucked the
But
thing.
yo, I was mind blown when she told me that. She's like she said you put a little bit in there, so even if you know how, because it takes the feeling away. So
Right.
it's like sometimes you'll still have that, I guess, that feeling sensation that
Yeah,
you
like
going
it's
raw.
wet, I guess.
Yeah, but I was like, I never like not that I want to try that shit, but I'm like, damn, what if I would have tried that when I was younger?
Condoms on another level. Like you ever go in the gas station
Yeah,
and look
that's
at the
true.
condoms? You be like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah.
they got a lot of
Yeah,
shit.
cause back in the day I used to stay on them Trojans and shit like that. I still like Trojans, but that purple pack
No, because
is all that.
'cause
Them
you
magnums is trash.
But I'm just thinking of the logic, like I'm 100. I mean, when I was a kid, condoms all day. But once I went raw that first time, it was over.
What we using these for?
Niggas used to have them in their pocket. They don't even want to take them out no more. Like, man, listen.
You can tell. I talked to my homies. They said they brought a condom and still didn't use it.
I've been there.
So I've been saying maybe
You
we
hear that? Yeah, I've been there.
I think every guy been there before. Like, what you want me to put the condom? Oh my god! Like, then you get to that point. Like, yo, do I trust her? Does she trust me? Yeah. I mean,
I told you your eyelash start falling out. You like, oh shit.
Yo, that was some funny ass.
yo, that's real rap.
After you go raw on somebody, you get so paranoid, like shit just start fucking up.
Oh, this was the one y'all wanted that organic.
Oh yeah.
We had a question that I had sent to the group or whatever. I didn't put it on the page yet, but I said I'm gonna ask Zay since Zay up here. So he was like, yo, we got anything you want us to ask? He's like, ask me anything.
Yeah.
If I ain't gonna answer, I just won't. But all right, so you going to see a chick, all right?
Okay.
This your girl, but y'all don't live together or nothing.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? She just came back from the dentist. She got all 4 of her wisdom teeth pulled out. She said her mouth fucked up. It's her second day on her rag, so she heavy. Not the first day when they come on. It's the second day when that shit start draining.
Man.
When you really crack the lever, right?
Oh,
She said, you know what I mean? I still want you to come over, beat up the trunk. You gonna hit the trunk?
Wow.
You coming over for trunk, just all trunk work. That's it.
All right, man.
That's a good one.
Wow. Hold on.
She said, just come over, you know what I mean? Beat the trunk up, then we could chill.
She really wanted to.
This is what it is right here, right? Niggas done been in this position already. We ain't even gotta lie about it.
Right.
Take her ass in the shower and you wear it out.
There it goes. There it goes. Back. There you go.
Listen, I'll do that.
It's the truth. It's the
What
truth.
I've been told when they get in the water,
Yup, it
sounds
stopped.
different.
Fact.
And it stopped, so you can go in as long as you need. Then you immediately taking a shower, so you good.
Yup.
Oh, man.
I knew somebody was gonna get out of that shit.
So that means you ain't hitting the trunk. You running the red light.
He not running the red light. It's on
listen.
pause.
We at the yellow light at this point.
It ain't even a yellow. It's on
right.
pause.
It's definitely
Better drop a bar of
You
soap
had
in
to-
that shit.
It's pause.
You let her get in.
That's nasty.
It's not nasty. It's not on.
I never did that, so I'm be honest.
I did it before, right?
It's not on.
In the shower.
I'm gonna tell you what
For
happened.
real, y'all, all right.
That's nasty.
Man,
I can wait.
You go wait.
I done got hit on my rags,
So H, what you go? Who would you go for trunk action?
No, I'm just not coming, bro.
That's sad. So you not even gonna chill with her?
No, you can't talk.
And then I don't want her to seduce
We
me.
watching movies.
Yeah, don't seduce me. I just don't want anal sex, bro. Like,
Nah,
you
You
gotta
don't
go.
have to. You
saying
should
anal.
still come
I'm
over though.
talking
That's not
about
fair.
No, but I wouldn't. What the boy said, one of the guys that answered the question, he was like, yo, you don't just go over to have anal sex. You gotta do some other shit.
Nah,
and then
yeah.
lead into the anal.
You better
know,
get what's the old fashioned.
Yeah.
You better get old fashioned.
Yeah. I definitely go to get my shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Get my
spit
shit
on it,
spanked.
Oh no, that wisdom. That when you get your wisdom, that shit
She
stank.
drool on that shit.
That
Yeah,
cotton
man, I
stank.
ain't going over there anyway. Your fucking breath all stinking. I'm cool.
Yeah, that shit stank. That's a shame. So you wouldn't go? You don't go when you was back in the day?
Back in
You
the
ain't
day?
go over
No,
if y'all period was
no.
on? That's
Actually,
sad.
no, I'm not hitting it in the ass. I'm not doing that. But I will hit the pussy because I know when we get in the shower, that shit gonna
It's the
stop.
same thing, though.
No, it's
You're
not.
hitting the ass is the same, just like a
So
pussy.
all right,
is.
so listen, all right, so let me
You
get
wanna
this
go in the
straight.
ass,
All right, so
no.
let me get this straight. None of y'all do anal?
No, I've done it, but it's not some shit that you just
Go over with.
Yo,
All
let
right.
me just get anal today.
Right. I'm gonna
Alright.
drop
Where's
it.
the lube at, babe? Where's the lube?
We gotta be in our duffel bag, and you know what I mean?
Wow.
And then
But
I
it
like
ain't-
to mix it up, though. I want
Yeah,
head, then I want
yeah,
pussy, I
yeah.
want head again.
Yeah,
Before I jump into that, I don't just want to. Let me get that ass. Bro.
Just came over real quick.
Niggas is savage, bro.
Right, that's crazy. I can't believe you.
But I never, growing up, like if a chick said she was on her joint.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm good.
Yeah,
For what?
We be needing that. We be needing like a little attention. Like
This when we
fuck
was
out of
younger.
here.
This when we was
Today, when I'm want my rag. I want attention. Like, I want lay on your lap, go to sleep, like rub my lower back.
Yeah, but y'all a different type of person when y'all on y'all joint too. That's a
fuck
whole
y'all.
story.
Fuck you.
Y'all is.
That's how I'm gonna say. Fuck all three of y'all.
Because
Because
I
you
grew
gonna
up
say.
in a house with women, so I know how that shit is.
Alright.
I just stay away for a while, let you do your
I
thing.
hate that.
When you need me,
I hate that.
I'm here, and I'm a softie anyway, so I'm gonna come for you.
Thank you, Zay.
Bullshit.
These two hooligans.
I'm just telling you, like y'all
Y'all different. I know we different, all right?
Zay was in the court. We was in the club. We was like,
I know we different.
oh
but
yeah,
it's
what you
alright.
doing? Your period on? Oh no, I can't. I was gonna come, but you know what? My mom said I gotta stay in the house. Watch my little brother.
I gotta clean up the.
I don't understand the emotions behind it.
I don't. I
It's
don't understand none of
like
it.
we be mean. We be needing.
I don't
a little bit
understand
of
some of
attention.
them-
Like, babe, you alright? You want something to eat?
The
Like,
emotion that gets me mad. Why the fuck y'all gotta cuss us out though?
I
Like,
don't
why y'all
know.
gotta
We don't
disrespect us,
know.
though?
And it's crazy because I didn't have a full rag since I was a kid. But now that like I'm on a different type of birth control, it hit me harder at 30 years old. So like I'm mean as shit. Like no, fuck out of here. Like it be like, you know what? I'ma just stay over here. Like
I just need some.
I need some
man.
attention.
Who said that? Don't trust nothing that bleed every month and don't die.
I forgot who said that.
Somebody said that.
that
shit.
bleed for a week and don't die. Fuck out of here.
Jesus might have said
Yeah,
that.
but be mad at God.
Jesus.
Probably
Be
Jesus.
mad at God.
No,
Don't
be
take
mad at Mother Nature.
Good
Y'all
God,
could,
Mother
y'all
Nature,
could,
whoever.
you know, hawk it out for a week.
You get on that
Damn,
birth
babe,
control,
you
you know
know,
what I mean?
damn, babe, I know I don't understand what you're going through, but damn, babe,
But we,
you cool?
men, we clean our shit out right after we done. That's why we go take a piss right afterwards. That's how we clean our shit out. Y'all should do the same.
We can't do it.
No,
Like,
Fact, look, niggas, some niggas don't even know that.
Yeah.
What he say?
He said, what, nigga?
They gonna write that shit down. He said, piss,
That's wrong with the period.
piss every time after sex.
all right, so we had.
Before sex too, by the way.
We was going to do a second poll, but I did a poll on my personal page. It says, a guy put this up. He said, women platonic friends is like dick in a jar, break in case of emergency. Do you guys think that's true?
I don't think so.
Thank you. Thank you, Truck. Thank you, Zay.
No, I don't think so either.
But you know, I think it's a difference. You know your friends that you. I think men have two different type of female friends. You got the female friends that's really your female friends, and then you got the female friends that y'all just never fucked before, but you know there's a chance y'all might fuck. Them the ones that might have the shit in this case, but then there's the other girls that look at you like, ew, that's my brother.
Right.
So y'all do think it's possible for a woman to have a platonic friend? There's nothing going on.
Yeah, you can have platonic friends, but I think that a woman might. What you see now in the culture of bro, like they say that bro shit is really the nigga that she fucking or whatever. They say
That's
that.
crazy.
Right.
Because I really have some bros, and I don't
we ain't gonna
fantasize
start.
about popping them or nothing.
Yeah, but
and you seen y'all called mine, and you see it ain't
I
like
still
that.
don't believe bull.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but
Like,
for every friend like that, you might have another friend that's started out bro, but you look at him like, yo, whatever.
No, I don't have not one.
Okay.
I don't have not. Now I don't know that y'all might call all the bros, but I know it's a couple of them that don't look at me like that. I don't know if it's one or two. Maybe that's probably looking like, damn, that bitch give me a chance. I'm wearing that shit out.
You don't have nobody that you like. You look at like, yo, all right, like the one we call Aunt Cherry. You wouldn't have sex with him, but none of your homies that you cool with, you wouldn't be like, all right, well, if I really needed something, I could go to him.
No.
Lying, man.
Yeah, why would I lie about that? I could get mine up front, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a difference. Anybody can go fucking stranger, but if you had to go to somebody that you felt comfortable with, like, yo, you know what? Like, all right, you might not look at May like that, but you might look at one of your friends like, you know, man, you can get that shit. Like, that's what that mean when they say like the shit on ice or in the glass case. That's what they mean by it. But I don't think that. I think it's.
I don't have that.
Okay, that's what's
Maybe I ain't meet him yet. I don't know, but I know I don't have that.
okay. Good.
Preach, queen.
All in my ear. I don't.
All right, and this is the second question that I have. Should a woman consult her man before cutting her hair?
Yes.
I think so too. I honestly think so.
Everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
So when y'all get your bald spots and shit like that and your hair start fading, babe, I still think it looks good. You gonna wear it?
That's something we can't.
No.
That's something we can help.
No, my hair could be dying at the ends, and I gotta cut it.
That's not what we said though.
No, but I don't.
You can
listen.
wear a weave.
Okay, and if
But
you
still,
don't like my
it's
haircut,
still-
I put a wig
but
on.
it's still, isn't it a conversation to be had? Don't just come
No,
back to my
babe.
house with your
Right,
shit short.
All
Like,
right, so no,
looking like
looking like Earl, babe. I know your hair. I know you self-conscious about your hair in the middle and shit. Like I know it's fucked up, but I like it. I still like it, babe.
So want a lot of you.
Yeah, but your homies clowning you when you go outside. Man, cut that shit off.
But
You
that's
not
not
you
the-
gonna go
that's
home and
not
be
the
like,
question,
babe.
though.
No,
But
that's
but
the same thing.
let me give you the scenario. Oh, you come to me, babe. I really want to cut my hair because it's dead, and I just want to start over. I need a new look. I think I'm gonna go real low, like Eve. And I'm like, no.
Right.
But my hair is dead. It has to grow.
You didn't say that though.
You just said it, yeah, babe. I want to cut my hair because it's dead.
That's like Zay. That's like Zay if his girl tried to ask him to cut his dreads. Like,
Yeah, that conversation actually been had. That's why I actually did
trying to change
But what if it's for a reason? Like that, my ends are split.
well, that's the
I
same
need to
thing
cut
as a man who's balding, and that's a reason I'm balding. Just like
But
your
is
hair
you gonna come home after your niggas done clowned you and shit outside? Y'all probably even at the barbershop. You ain't gonna say, yo, just take it off. You gonna call your girl and be like, yo, man, like this shit looking real bad. My homie's clowning me. Can I please cut it? No. You gonna go, man, cut this shit off, bro.
I would have a conversation like, babe, I think I'm gonna
You're
cut my
lying.
hair.
I don't
That shit. I would really be like,
You asked?
yeah,
You asked before you cut your shit?
yeah, of course. Yeah, I was like, yo, babe, I'm really thinking about just cut my hair. She was like, you should have been cut that shit. For real. Yeah, like or some shit like that.
Did you
Same
ask
thing.
H?
Same thing. It's not really asking,
No,
it's consulting.
I'm asking.
It's
Did you ask?
consulting.
Did I ask? No, I talked about it though.
And
Before
you
I
felt her out,
Yeah.
and she said cut it.
My shorty came to me with that shit before, like, yo, I'm thinking about cutting my hair. I said, nah, that's
And she listened?
yes. My girl
fuck?
never cut her hair.
Yeah, I don't like that shit either.
I think it's only really a conversation we have when like you going like Eve. Like I
The
don't
Eve
really-
situation, that's fucked up.
Every
I don't mind
hairstyle.
it.
Now, what you talking
Hair,
about
shut
cutting?
down
If
hair,
if it was
I mean,
if it was on your back and then you cut it to your shoulder,
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
cool
care.
with that.
But when you talking about, oh, I think I want waves. No, bitch. You gonna buy some Murray grease and shit. We both ain't gonna be sleeping with a do-rag on. No.
Shit spinning better than mine.
I can't hit you from the back now. You got a low cut.
And not even just that though. Everybody don't look right with that
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I
You got
think
some
about it,
chick
too.
with these round ass heads.
Right.
They just won't look right. You like,
Yeah,
nah.
beach ball. Right. But
mean,
I don't think it's. I think it's your. See, people gonna say the female people gonna say like, it's your body. You can do whatever you want with it. That is true, but you have a partner. You're supposed to consult somebody before you do it. Ask my opinion. Maybe you think you would look right because you seen something in there.
Yeah.
Maybe your girlfriends look right, but from a man perspective, in my perspective, I gotta be walking with you. I don't think
All
I
right,
look
then
right
I'll
with
just
you.
put a wig on for you.
No, I don't want no wigs either. I don't like that shit either.
Right.
I don't like
That's
that
the other
shit
thing.
either.
That's
All right, then I don't like your bald head. Put a toupee on. Now what? Or get a lace front. Now what? Is you doing that?
I'm
Make it a lace.
I'm gonna get that little hair.
Yeah, when I
Is that
get
Tory Lane?
when I get this Tory Lane, I don't give a fuck what she say. Once I get the Tory Lane,
But it goes vice versa though. That's like if your nigga come to you and say, yo, I'm going bald, I grow my shit back. How you feel if I get a man weave? What you gonna say? You like, yo, nigga, nah.
we both ain't gonna have a
Right,
wig.
right.
We both got an appointment at 4:30.
Just keep the wig, my nigga. I mean, just
Oh
keep
yeah,
the
well
body.
that is something different. Like,
Yeah,
cause
you
you
look
ain't get
so
no
much-
man shit around me.
Yeah, especially if your
Right.
family already know how they look and all that.
Yo, but H, like, what have you thought about like getting the Tory Lane shit? And your shorty was like, yo, no, I don't think you should get it. Would you just stick with the baldy?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
You a mouth chauvinist, dog. You can tell shorty she can't cut
No,
her
I'm
shit.
gonna tell you why though. Cause she met me with hair, so
Right.
she love that shit.
Right.
So it ain't like she met me with the baldy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If she met me with the baldy already, then she be like, you know what? Nah, nigga, I like you with the.
Yeah.
She rooting for me to get my shit back too. She like, come on. So she gonna up me on it. She ain't gonna tell me.
So
yeah.
you cut your hair, Zay?
I trimmed it.
Oh,
That was a good.
That's
that was
in the
fun.
middle.
That's a compromise, right?
That's in
That
the
was.
middle.
I was telling her, I was like, yo, man, I just need a fresh start right now. And
She,
I'm about to
she
cut
wants
my
you to
shit
cut it
way
all
off.
the way off.
No, she's like fuck no, country. I got a little ass head, man. That's why
She
I got
met
this
you with
shit.
dreads. You had dreads since
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She seen me probably like when they was short, a little bit shorter than this right here.
Okay.
So like that's when she was around. So it's been.
So she wants you to keep them, get them longer. I mean, for them to be longer. Oh, okay. Well, then that's cool.
But I told her, I was like, no, I gotta cut that shit a little bit.
I ain't asking shit.
No,
As simple as that.
So
I'm
you
not
want to come on
asking.
with a low cut?
I'm not. I look good in a short cut. I'm not asking shit.
When we ever see you in the fucking short cut?
Y'all ain't never seen, and I'll show you a picture after the live is over.
Well,
And I look nice.
We'll decide if you look good in that short cut.
I do look
company
good.
will let y'all know.
Who told you you look good in that short cut?
I got a lot of compliments in that short cut. Fuck out of here.
If you got a short cut and they compliment your ass, that ain't
No, that compliment. I smacked all three of y'all.
Damn,
Now,
that
listen,
ass, I mean, that cut look kind of.
no, for real.
Cut it.
I look nice in my short cut.
I ain't never seen you no
I ain't
fucking
never
short
seen
cut. And
you.
I ain't in a
Alright,
rush.
yeah,
I ain't in a rush to see you in a short cut.
Yo,
Gonna come with her Holly Berry shit to something there.
no, I'm not.
No.
I was alright.
And my thing is too, like, I don't know. I like the natural look too. So
Right.
you got long hair and it look good on you. Not even this long. If it's just that natural look, that's fine. Like I ain't knocking nobody with short hair, but it ain't for everybody. That's all.
I ain't had my Eve shit, but it was
That's
like a little
nigga.
pixie.
That's like a
It
nigga
was
coming.
cute.
Yeah, what if I
Shit
dye
cut
my
up
beard?
like my grandma. Cut that shit up like
I
that.
dye my beard or get that Beijing black in my shit. You know what I mean? That's like-
No, don't now. Now y'all going too far talking about some.
That's something you
Yeah,
can
all
consult
right.
with your significant other, man.
Did y'all know that the change topic? Did y'all know that if you're not a sorority, you can't wear? Girl, you gotta keep your hair long.
Now,
like an egg.
Zay not gonna say
thank
nothing
you.
bad.
No,
I'm gonna tell you what
Zay
type
said
of
look
person
nice.
Zay
Man,
is.
shut up.
Zay
My hair
not gonna
was
say
nice.
a bad word. I never saw him call nobody ugly or
I
nothing
never
before.
seen.
my hair was nice.
I
Like
never
my
seen
shirt
Zay
was
say
nice. Y'all
bitch.
crazy.
I never
Your
seen.
stomach
Zay.
look nice in that picture.
All right, now y'all acting crazy now.
I'm gonna be honest, sister. This
Thank
ain't that.
you.
That ain't it. What they say?
That ain't it.
Right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Keisha from Power. No, Tasha, my fault.
Right.
Haters.
No, sis. I'm gonna be honest. Man.
No, my shirt cut was nice. I can't. I'm in my old pictures. I got some shit in here.
Yeah, you going back to 2005? Yeah,
I got some shit in here.
But did y'all see that Boozy had was wearing? They was coming for him on social media because he was caught out in sorority. He was wearing a Kappas sweatshirt or whatever like that. You know you're not supposed to wear that fraternity clothes if you're not in a fraternity.
I ain't know about the clothes. I know about the bench. You don't sit on the benches and shit like that.
I know you don't cut through their mind. I got in trouble with the AKAs when I was in college. Because I know I just got there. I'm just coming off seeing Stomp the Yard. I ain't know no better.
Right.
And I'm all dancing with them and shit. And I cut their line. It was like, whoa. Like, they was like, you can't do that. And I was like, oh, I don't know.
That's how it was when we went to go see my man Terry. He used to go to school at Lincoln. And we went up there. My nigga was up there. They had the little party in the gym. So I see niggas stepping out. I said, damn, I can get with this. I started going in. My nigga like, yo, chill, dog, chill.
You gotta, they do not play that
They
shit.
scared them motherfuckers up there.
Chill, dog, don't do that. Don't do that. I was like,
What
what?
fraternity was it?
I don't know. He was up Lincoln. I don't know. Whatever.
I was scared of them Qs. I ain't gonna hold you. They was like dogs. They was sitting, when I first went to Kutztown University, when you first get there, you have to stay in an all-women's joint. So you room with a woman and all that, right? So all the Qs was outside the joint, like barking. You know, they be doing that. They be doing. I was scared as shit. I'm a freshman. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because they ain't had the Qs and Stomp the Yard. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Fresh meat.
Yup, that's how they was. Barking in your face and shit. And I'm all like, looking at me right there. Yeah. I was like, yo, this shit scary as shit. And they just stood out.
Not how with the shortcut.
I ain't had no shortcut then. I had braids in my head.
Not how with the Holly Berry.
Fuck you.
Not Bolly Berry.
Get off me.
Yo, we not doing a grinding and shit, but you know what really got on my fucking nerves? These people, the Bloods that don't say C and shit. Like, that shit going to a whole nother level. Like,
it be like, you butte.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I know.
I saw the boys in the fucking video instead of coming. He said, yo, yeah, you see how, you know how we bumming?
But yeah, but I was like, I never thought that was the blood. Like, that was the
That's
blood
to
thing.
do that shit, yeah.
I thought, I don't know why, because that's the first time I heard it. Like, it was like a girl saying it. Like, oh, this ain't this light for me that had this shit on. I'm bumming it. That's what I really thought it was. But now that you said, like, oh shit, okay. Is there a whole gang? Like, congratulations. Like, that's fucking bullshit. I hate that.
Yeah, I never been down with the whole.
And then how you remember? Like, do you say his
right?
Say your sins in your head?
Shit, you get jumped in, you better remember.
you just sexed in. Motherfuckers got sexed in.
What?
Chicks used to get sexed in the clubs and gangs and shit like that.
Out of pocket.
And do you got to get sexed out?
Priest would be like,
what episode?
Y'all want to get me on the way out?
No, like I'm saying, I'm saying
What
when you don't want to be,
episode is
because you know when you gotta get jumped out.
What episode is this, Priest?
Shut the fuck up! I'm listening.
I think I'm gonna leave y'all. Anybody want, like, you know what I mean? I'm walking real slow. You want to do that 3-hole again thing to get me out of here?
People that get jumped, they gotta get jumped out too. So
know.
I'm thinking if they got sexed in, they got sexed out. I'm hitting this bitch one last time.
Work you out the frame that last.
Episode 51. Thanks, Zay, for coming out.
Check my man shit out. The bug is out.
You got any release dates? So when you gonna put out that Night Rider joint, or
I ain't got no
you want
release
to promote
right now. I'm still working on it, honestly.
Okay.
Still a couple more tracks and then you get a little mix and mastered and a couple things done over. So
But
it's coming soon sometime this year.
What platforms you on? Like, you Spotify, I know, and
Tidal.
Spotify, Tidal, Amazon Music,
Yeah.
Google Play Music, Deezer, YouTube. You can go to YouTube. I mean, I'm all over.
IG following, alright?
At ZaeGeek Network, follow your boy, man.
Zay like
And
Bay.
if you're looking for a more title, because I made this mistake earlier, ZaeGeek, ZAE, Geek, all together, because it's another one and it's split. Zay
Or
and
some people
space
spell
Geek.
it Z.
Funny part about it is my name was supposed to be ZaeGeek.
Oh, wow.
But I had that shit in college, and my man was like, "Nah, bro, you educated. You gotta put the." And I was like, "Man, that shit sound corny." But I was like, "Fuck it, we gonna roll with it." And then I was like, when I got back home, back to Philly, I was like, "Man, fuck it, it's just ZaeGeek." You know what I mean?
Next time he come up here, it's gonna be Z.
Yeah.
But it's episode 51 with the gang. We appreciate y'all. We out.